Most of us, we do not know to say that we don't choose what we believe. The fundamental beliefs, or the beliefs that you hold about yourself, the beliefs that you hold about others, and the belief that you hold about the world, you have not chosen any of them. You people, when we talk about this, it do put a sense of insecurity because they mistake it with willpower. Yeah, beliefs evolve with time. There were many beliefs, there were many things that were telling us, no, you should not sit on the murondo. Yeah, do not give birth. But was it true? Thing is believing. Sometimes for us to believe something is when we see it. If you have a bad belief, it is very easy for you to change it. So, what you need to do to change a belief is that you have to meet this my brother, someone who is very much brilliant. I'm very proud of him. He is someone who believes more in success, and he's someone who is always serious in the things that he's doing actually. Sometimes your behavior can be bad, more than even those people who are bad. On a serious note, guys, when I was going through my YouTube channel, I had to find to say that most of you people, like most of the community, you haven't subscribed to my channel. Okay, subscribing to my channel, it is going to help me like to have new people who are going to watch my videos, or it is going to help me to make you that you should receive the notifications, or you should know when I upload a new video. And not only that, it is going to help my videos to be recommended to many people on YouTube. So please do me a favor, subscribe to my channel. Do not also forget to like as well as share and comment. Let me know what you are thinking, or let me know if this video is helpful to you. Okay, guys, so today we're going to talk about how to change any belief that you have, a belief about yourself, a belief about others, a belief about the world, and a belief about how you see everything in your life. Yeah, so we're going to learn how can you change your belief? How can you change yourself in believing something into something? Or even if you are involved in a certain behavior that you don't like in your life, how can you be able to change that behavior into something that you want? Yeah, so this is very much important because it will indulge your confidence. It will help you. How can you be able to be confident about yourself? Imagine about someone who you love, the one who you love so much in your life. For example, it can be your parent, your mother, your father, or it can be your boyfriend, or it can be your sibling, someone who you love so much in your life. And then, after imagining, I think about them to say that there is a terrorist beside you, and then the terrorist is pointing a gun at them. Oh. So the terrorist is telling you to say that believe that I'm Jesus. If you don't believe that I'm Jesus, I'm going to shoot this person. What are you going to do? Most of us, what we can do is that we're going to lie. We're going to tell the person to say, no, I believe that you are Jesus. But it is just something that you want to do in order for you to make sure that you serve the life of that loved one. You're not going to tell them to say that I believe because you believe from deep down your heart, but it's just because you want to serve the person. You understand? So, most of us, if you cannot make yourself to believe that the person is Jesus, how do you think you choose what you believe? Why do you think that you choose what you believe? Okay, most of us, we do not know to say that we don't choose what we believe, but what we believe comes from our experiences, comes from our beliefs, comes from the past experiences that we have had, comes from even seeing. Yeah, the fundamental beliefs, or the beliefs that you hold about yourself, the beliefs that you hold about others, and the belief that you hold about the world, you have not chosen any of them. You do not own them. You have not chosen any of them. Most of the people, when we talk about this, it do put a sense of insecurity, or it most of the people do oppose this because they mistake it with willpower. Yeah, because we have been given willpower, whereby a person, you can be able to choose the things that you want, or you can be able to choose something that you want. You see, but it is different from willpower. Let me tell you why. Willpower is different from self belief. Why? Because beliefs evolve with time. Like if a person is a child, when they are growing, like from being with maybe you are 10 years old. Okay, you are a child, maybe it's 5 years old, or you go to 10 years old, you go to 15 years old, 20 years old. When you are growing, you get to learn about different things, and then when you learn about different things, um your beliefs about things also do change. Yeah, so willpower is different from self belief. The belief that you hold about yourself, the belief that you hold about others, as well as the belief that you hold about the world. Let me give you an example. When we were young, there are some times whereby our parents would tell us to say that no, you should not walk, we should not be walking going backwards. They were saying to say that when you are walking going backwards, you are escorting your parents to the grave. You see, so many of us got to believe that. But was it true? No, it was not true. They were just telling us in order for us to, they were preventing accidents. That when we are walking going backwards, it can be something that can make us maybe to fall and then we can die there. So, which is something that is very much bad. So, it was something that they were telling us in order to prevent us from something. Like there were many beliefs, there were many things that were telling us. No, you should not sit. You should not sit on the what do we call it? Murondo. Yeah, Osakari Bantondo. Why? Because they were telling us to say that because you never give birth to kids, you will not give birth. But was it true? No, they were just preventing us to say that it was used for food. You see, we're using to grind food, so for you also to sit on that, it was something that was unhealthy. Yeah, so many beliefs evolve with time due to learning. When you meet circumstances, they do teach you a good another lesson. So beliefs evolve with time. The other thing that I want to tell you why you do not choose to believe what you believe, it is because that seeing is believing. When you see something, that's when you believe. There was a moment whereby Peter was in prison and his disciples were in a room praying. They were in a certain house praying. So when they were praying, there's this other little girl, Loda, heard someone knocking on the door, and then she had to go. She was like, she had to go. She heard the voice and then didn't open the door, and then she went back to the people. She had to tell the disciples to say that Paul is here, but they did not believe her. Do you know why? They were thinking that maybe it's his angel. You see, but when they saw that someone was continuously knocking, when they opened the door, they had to believe that yes, this is Jesus. You see, so sometimes for us to believe something is when we see it, when we can be able to perceive it. Meaning to say that when we see something, we believe it that it is. Sometimes where you go home or whereby your loved one is telling you, I'm coming or I'm going to come. But because you haven't seen the person, you cannot believe that the person is there. So for us to believe something, it takes us to see it. Yeah. So seeing is believing. Yeah, that's why it's also very much difficult for many believers. For them, if you don't have faith, it becomes very much difficult for you to believe something. Why? Because you haven't seen that. So it takes someone to be a strong Christian. It takes someone to be very much strong at what they're doing for them to be able to believe into something. Yeah. So we believe something when you see. So now, how can you change your belief? If you have a bad belief, it is very easy for you to change it. Why? Because you know that you don't have a control in your beliefs. So what you need to do to change a belief is that you need to indulge yourself into continuous learning. You need to make sure that you are learning each and every day, at least in a day. Learn something that is new that can help you. If you are someone who is not where you wanted to be, who is not where you want to be, you need to make sure that you are learning continuously. You need to make sure that you give yourself to knowledge. Every day at least learn something that is new. Every day at least learn something that is new that you want to do. At least something that is new. By so doing, it will help you to improve in the things that you want to believe. The other thing that you want to do for you to be able to believe something, to change a belief, is that you need to give yourself a chance to be listening to things which are positive. Yeah, I like it. There are so many people who have given themselves into listen to motivational speakers, listening to sermons, listening to different people. Like it matters who you follow, guys, on Facebook, WhatsApp, YouTube. Those people that you follow, they have part of your life, they own part of your life. Why? Because they are able to influence the way you see things as well as the way you believe. So for you to be able to change the way you see things, for you to be able to change the way you believe things, you must be a person, you must be someone who is able to change the things that you see, the things that you listen to. Make sure that there are things that are motivating you. Make sure that there are things that are making you to think, not just in a current state where you are, but somewhere higher. The other thing, how can you change your belief? How can you change the things that you believe? You need to make sure that you have people around you or who have the mindset that you want to have in your life. For example, when I was at secondary school, I was not someone who was passing that much. But and then I had to meet this my brother, Patrick. Hey, I love this boy so much. So by that time, I was in Form 3. He was in Form 1. You see, but it's someone who is very much brilliant. I'm telling you guys, someone who is very much brilliant. I'm very proud of him. So this time, he's someone who was passing number one, number one, number one, number one. It all started that we just knew each other, and then we started chatting. He is someone who believes more in success, and he's someone who is always serious in the things that he's doing actually. So me engaging with him, chatting with him, he started teaching me a lot of things like how to do group discussions, like how to study, like who should I relate to. Like he almost changed even my grades or the things that I was doing. It happened to say that when I went into Form 4, I started passing in the way that I didn't even expect. Like most of the times, I started being number one in some things. Most of the things I started, I was passing. Like you understand, yeah. So then even it also happened that even the exams for money by managed to pass, like in the results that I never expected I'm going to pass. Why? Because the people that you listen to, the people that you are willing to learn from, the people who are surrounding you. You see? Yeah. So for you to be able to change a belief, for you to be able to change the things that you believe, you must be able to give yourself, or you must be able to surround yourself with people who have knowledge, with people who have a mindset that you want to have. You see? So when you're talking about being surrounded with people, there's sometimes where you see that I don't want to surround myself with people, or I don't want to give myself like, I should be chatting with a lot of people. What? Let me just be chatting alone. But no, that is not what we're talking about here. I am an introvert. No, we don't want introverts. Sometimes your behavior can be bad more than even those people who are bad. You see? Sometimes even your behavior cannot be good even compared to the people who you are saying, let me just be an introvert, let me not be chatting with them. So what we're talking about here, find a network. Hmm? Network with people, have a community around you of people who can be able to choose you, who can be able to make you like into something that you want to be, and that one is going to help you, that one is going to bring you into something that is new in your life. I believe that by doing all these things that I've talked today, it is very much going to help you, like in order for you to change the belief. So we have said that a belief is made up of your experiences, your beliefs, the things that you choose to believe, the things that you are doing as a person. What are the things that you are doing? What are the things that you indulge yourself into? So by so doing, by changing all these things, it is going to help you. It is going to help you, like to be able to change a belief about something, to be able to change a habit about something. Yeah, so thank you guys. See you next time.